The pineal gland produces the hormone melatonin, a derivative of serotonin, which influences sleep-wake modulation patterns and seasonal functions. It is our DNA that determines the duration of life and death. We learn from the Sumerian tablets and the Torah that there was intervention in DNA in the past. From a scientific perspective, today's scientists aim to remove the restrictions on our DNA, which has 64 codons, by opening the stop codons that allow us to actively use 20 of them, and thus extend our lifespan and even become immortal. Long life and delaying death are also possible by preventing complete loss of consciousness. I'll explain how this happens in a moment. As a matter of fact, the scientific world is also looking for ways to keep consciousness open, awake with artificial intelligence, see the 2045 project. Because it is not impossible. In fact, in our origin, life expectancy is around 1,000 years. There are examples of this in history, see Quran Ankabut 14, Torah Genesis 5/5, 9/28-29 and Sumerian tablets. In order to create more system slaves in a faster time, the gods and their elites added a stop codon to our DNA and limited our lifespan, see Genesis 6/3. Once these gods and their elites at the top of the pyramid have become rich enough, they have hoarded enough gold, they are ready for new harvests and new lives on this earthly field. I have explained this in my previous videos. So what can we do? First, we must wake up from this hypnosis, open our consciousness and find a way to repair our closed, sealed DNA. It is not possible for us to achieve this with empty talk. Unless we can turn this slave-master system to our advantage, we and our future generations will always be born as slaves to the system of these harvesters. As long as we cannot return human DNA to its origin, we are doomed to be their slaves as long as the world exists. Because with the inheritance of genetic predisposition, those after us will also carry the same limited DNA. The harvest process has begun. A warning from me: dying or waiting for death is not a solution. The only solution is to fight. Choose your side. You always see the signs of the sky gods who use you as slaves: light, sun, star, pyramid, eagle, etc. Be alert and question what you believe and why, and don't forget. Destruction always comes from the sky. Can we keep consciousness open all the time, or can we bring it back when consciousness is lost by giving an electrical boost to the brain and simultaneously injecting artificial melatonin into the body? In other words, can we delay death? Or can we resurrect the dead? Is this how Jesus raised the dead?